everyone! Welcome back to the Apollo Racing Club. We are here for round 10, I believe, here at one of the greatest racing circuits in all of the United States and all of North America, Road Atlanta. Deep in, well, Atlanta, in the woods. It's got some of the most famous turns in American motorsports history, and we're here with some of the best F4 drivers in Apollo Racing Club history. I'm Secret up in the booth, and this is being streamed over on my big friend's channel, because we couldn't get the stream working on ARC. Biggles! It took a while to get going, but we got it.
It did, my friend. It absolutely did. Apologies about that one. We're on board right now with Tommy. We're under the qualifying session at the moment, believe it or not, here for the one-shot, well, not one-shot, of course, but the open qualifying. So they don't see, as you know, anybody else on the track, but they're all qualifying. We're actually getting down to the business set of qualifying too, mate. I think we've got about 2 minutes of change to go, maybe under 3 minutes, but that is currently what it is. Hopefully we'll get everything sorted out there for you.
Yeah, so pretty close grid. We actually have a little bit of a bigger grid than we normally have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 drivers. So I think this is the first time we've hit double digits in a few weeks, so good to see a good driver turnout tonight. And unfortunately, Biggles, I've done the math beforehand. I do not believe that Aiden Aquino can win the championship this round.
Oh, okay.
Even
well, that means
he's
got a few more to go then. That's great.
He is very far ahead. Let me check. I'm going to do the math right now just to make sure I'm wrong. All right, make sure I'm right. Bet. So, bang, bang, bang. So he's 58 points ahead right now. He needs to get that gap to 120 points, Biggles. He needs a 100, well, actually 121. Unfortunately, the maximum amount of points you can get in a weekend is 63, I believe, in this weekend format, because we have a feature race and a sprint race, so that would only put him at about 111. So, although Aiden will have a chance to wrap up the season with the title next round, for now, we descend upon Road Atlanta, and he's just trying to set himself up right now. Second on the grid, looking like. And Biggles, you know what we have right now?
What's that?
2 mac and cheese cars on the grid.
We have 2 mac and cheese? Who's the other, Eric?
Eric Mahoney, and actually, so a newcomer as far as I'm concerned to the Apollo Racing Club F4 division, but going really quickly. Only about 4/10 off of Aiden and Tommy Lee. Obviously, Tommy Lee yet to score a race win in that number 7 KD machine, or the Monster Energy. Actually, did he take the Monster Energy off of his car? I think he took the Monster Energy off his car, Biggles, now that you've said it.
Maybe.
Yeah, he has. He has. Oh, that's a shame.
G'day, Austin out there, the coach. I hope all the levels are okay, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is supposed to be on their channel, but we had a little bit of an issue with the key working, and unfortunately, the crew that are available to help were actually out there driving the qualifying, so they don't get the message until after. So we'll just decide we'll upload this to the correct channel after. But for now, we just wanted to stream it, and thank you. And let us know, Austin, you casted with me the other day for the PPR, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the Americas division. He also went to the Indy 500.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did. Turn 4. Even saw one of those accidents.
Oh, that's a shame. Speaking of Indy 500, who is it? Who is it that we have over here that's in Indy?
I'll be watching, yeah. There we go on board with a couple of minutes left of the qualifying session. It doesn't show you the time that's left.
Oh, seriously, I have horrible memory. Who is it in this league that's an IndyCar engineer? It's
that's Will.
Oh, Will.
Yeah,
he just joined the server. He actually just joined as I was saying his name. Look at that. That's wonderful.
He did? He did.
Yeah,
I don't know how he managed to, because that's. I thought he was in the middle of packing up Indy and going to Detroit next.
I guess.
So I didn't think he was going to make it.
I guess that means he had already set up. He just had to join the session late, so he's got time to. I guess he's just going to start from last.
Well, his team, I believe, too. Austin, if you remember, I think they finished 5th and 6th and 8th.
Yeah, they did,
for his team, so pretty good now, finishing in the top 10, of course. Yeah.
He's doing Colton Herta, right?
Well, no. It's the other guys the team. It's Maya, isn't it? Maya, whatever, racing team, whatever it is. But anyway,
I don't know.
We'll talk about that one.
All I know is Marcus Ericsson won the race.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. Apparently, Roman Grosjean retired, so sad.
Do you want to have a look at the standings real quick, I think, while we're in the qualifying? I don't even really know. I mean, at the moment, Tommy Lee's leading from A. Leiden. Let's have a look at the...
You mean the standings and the qualifying results so far, not the season standings?
Oh, well, I'll give you the season standings if you want, but we'll wait for that.
Well, the season standings, it's almost a 1-2. Aiden Aquino is on 374. Tommy Lee Cogan, who's in second place, is actually in third in the standings. He's on 315, 1 point back of Derek Stack, who is on 316 points, but Derek not really qualifying that well. He's about a oh, big crash on my screen. Saw the 978 of Josh Kimball just take out somebody in a broad GP.
Oh, there's a replay of it.
Yeah.
Good catch, thank you.
Yes, so Aiden, Derek, Tommy is the top 3. Keegan Scott is on 307 points. He's the last guy on 307. Then you have Ethan Lamp. He was previously dominating the championship, but this is the 4th week in a row, or the 5th week in a row that he's not showing up. So continuing to just leak positions. He might be as far down as 8th by the end of this race, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, and Will is out on track. There he is. Of course, he's in his team car.
Attaboy, Will.
Yeah, he's got
Attaboy, Will.
mac and cheese down the road from him. Do you want to go on board with Will and feel how it feels to be driving around Road Atlanta, my friend?
Oh, Road Atlanta, this track is so fun to drive. I think he's going to get out in time to do a lap as well, so I'm going to hop into the cockpit cam. Because I remember this track vaguely, so we're approaching the final chicane right now. It's very hard because the braking zone is interesting because it's such a wide entry and such a wide turn that you have to try and keep it as far to the outside as possible to get the run, but you leak so much delta time as well. So coming over the crest now into the final couple of corners, these are some of the most fun corners in iRacing, since we're going to start our flying lap now. So turn 1 is you're going to be down a couple gears and you just flick it right through. And these downforce cars as well, you use all the track that you can, but you got to keep to the right because now you're entering the S's section already. The first one kind of sneaks up on you because it's right over this crest and it's blind. But if you hit it right, this is an easy one right here. I believe this is turn 4. Keep to the left side of the track as turn 5 sweeps it right back around, and these are basically just a straight line. But be careful, this curb will spit you out. Watch out, let's see, does he handle it well? That curb will eat you up, staying off of it wise. That blue and yellow curb on the exit of like turn 8 there, I believe, it eats those front tires. It drags you way off the track, and qualifying's over.
It is over.
Yeah.
And what will the qualifying results be?
It is Tommy Lee Cogan in the number 7 machine on pole position by 4/100ths of a second over his title rival, Aiden Aquino, and the both of them has absolutely blitzed the field. It's another 4/10ths back to Eric Mahoney. Vince Van Gool is in 4th place on a 21.5, and then Gary Colley rounds out the top 5 on a 21.610. No, he's going to get back around again. He's going to go.
Further back, look at Joe putting massive amount of pressure on the back of the Braun car. That's Derek Stack, and Joe.
Derek Stack putting pressure on Joe Christopoulos in the Braun. Is he going to try and send a move into this hairpin? Actually, he is! Derek Stack down the inside. Oh, he thought about it. But he's going to take the 72 off his line going into these next couple of turns. There's a bit of a lockup there from Derek Stack. Oh, and all sorts of loose. What's that purple neon machine? But this is a long straight coming up, Biggles, and that's a good helping a slipstream right behind that white car of Joe Christopoulos. Derek Stack is in the middle of the track in that slipstream. He's going to try and get all the run he can. He's gaining. He's going to the inside into the final chicane where we've seen incidents before already in this race. There's 10 minutes to go in this race, and there's less than 10 corners to go in the lap. Joe Christopoulos loses the position. Derek Stack gets by. That was a good move.
Yep, it's called job done. He licked the stamp and sent it, and he sent it in all the right place. So, Layden still leading this race from Max, Gary, Keegan, Will, and Derek, where you just saw, and Joe just behind him, maybe looking to take that place back. But so far, that's your gaps, and closest battle probably is that battle you just saw there with Joe. But we'll see if any Max is going to do anything. He's within a second or so, as you can see, just over a second away from Alino. Layden, of course, that's leading the championship as well.
True, he is leading the championship by over 58 points right now. Who is actually in second place? I've forgotten already. I'm horrible at this. It's actually Derek Stack in second place. So right now, the championship gap would be getting much bigger. Much bigger. It's actually bigger. I think I see a battle brewing potentially between Keegan Scott and Gary Colley.
Tommy Lee's crashed as well too, so we'll keep an eye on this battle with Keegan Scott, exactly. First,
Keegan Scott and Gary Colley are battling over the final podium position at the current moment, and it looks like Keegan Scott is getting the same run that we saw Derek Stack get on the previous lap. Keegan to the inside of that Red Bull livery car. He doesn't get as brave on the brakes, and it's going to be the Red Bull livery car of Gary Colley who sweeps around the other side, but Keegan Scott gets a switchback, and he's going to get a superior run down the hill, taking the tighter line, sticking his nose on the inside, side by side through the final corner, gets onto the curb, and they're going wheel to wheel again, and it looks like Keegan doesn't quite come out on top this time. Gary Colley maintains third place as they're going to rocket up into the beginning of the SS, and they're going to go down that hill through these famous turns. There's only, I believe, 7 minutes left in this race, so these moves do matter. It seems like it's just flown by, but with a lap a minute and a half, we only get about 9-10 laps, and they've got to make the move stick while you can. Big moment from Gary Colley, over the grass, into the wall, keeps the point in the right position. Keegan Scott is on the podium.
Yeah, happened to there, Gary. He just went completely off the track, didn't he? We had another crash earlier too from Eric. Let's go back to that one. Yep. Oh, he's got the front wings gone completely. Not quite sure if you saw that. Actually, was that Eric? That's the Red Bull. No, that's who's up the road there. That's the Braun car. It's missing a complete front wing.
He just got a quick repair.
Yeah.
He got a quick repair. I'm gonna go back see if.
Oh, but that's because it caused the spin there from Eric. Eric went to get a go around him and didn't quite pay off, and that put Eric. There was no contact, Bob, and that's interesting. Anyway,
I'm seeing the incident with Joe right now. Why he lost a tire? Apparently, he just got on the grass going into a hairpin, and he just locked up, went straight into a wall, and that was curtains on that. So a bit of a shame. But actually, we see what we're observing right now is, or at least what I'm observing, is Max Ducklow is actually pulling in a little bit on Ian Makino. He pulled in on him by a couple tenths that last lap, although a couple tenths in a race as short as this won't be enough. He's got to make up that big time soon, and he's got to do it fast. Meanwhile, not really any other battles brewing in the pack, as everyone's kind of spread out at this point. There's been a bunch of incidents, but still good to see a 12-car grid. You know, we're pulling better numbers that we have been. You know, good to see people showing up. Big mover in this race is obviously Will Weisbrod. He started last, presumably because he was still unpacking from his team's in IndyCar's car, and he's already gained 7 spots, and he's up into the top 5.
Yes, he is. It's just about to pull. He's pulling in Gary at the moment. That's the 22 car just up the road.
He is right behind that Red Bull livery car. I don't think he's going to quite be close enough to get a move yet, but he is right there. So, within the next couple of laps, I do believe we might see a Will Weisbrod overtake attempt on that Red Bull of Gary Colley. And so going into the hairpin now, or to the chicane, my bad. He's going to just get a nice little run. He's actually going to get the superior run by the looks of things. Now going through the last couple of turns. Okay, Will, what are you going to do? This is where Gary got passed up last time almost. And, ooh, looks like he got a little bit squirrely, a little bit wide. Here comes Will in the slipstream. Anything at turn 1, he looks at it. He lets him know he's there. But he's going to back up for now. Cooler heads prevail. And I think he might just wait to see if Gary Colley will make yet another mistake like he did last lap. And actually, he went a little bit wide there to the first S. Well, the first little section of the S. Will he make the same mistake he did on the exit, though, where he got really, really loose and lost it and nearly put it in the wall? He doesn't. He keeps it way neater this time, and he's able to hold on to the position for now. But Will still in that slipstream, Biggles.
Yep, and really putting pressure on. Look at that. He doesn't seem to be fighting with the car as much, and he seems to have a little bit more exit power, of course, on Gary.
This time, Will's close enough. He's in that pink car. He's in the Pink Panther machine, and a Pink Panther can give it to the Red Bull any day it wants. It's close enough. It's in that slipstream. And it's going to be looking inside or outside when it gets down to the chicane at the end of the lap. It's going to have 2 corners to go. Is he going to send one down the inside, or cooler head's going to prevail again? Yes, he will! He will send it down the inside! Will Weisbrod with a committed move!
Well, somebody's
and it looks like he's actually going to he's going to get another spot as well! There's the run! There's the number 8! That was the number 8 of Keegan Scott! It's all gone wrong for Keegan. We're going to have to see that later. But now Will Weisbrod is in 3rd place!
Yeah, I was going to say, because Derek Stack was putting the pressure on the back as well, and he is currently putting the pressure on Gary, so he wants a Gary special as well. So we'll go up to P3. Keegan's dropped a couple of places with the kerfuffling that was happening a little bit up the road. We're going to replay that. We'll go back to it in a minute.
Oh, Gary's off again. He's in the wall. He's out. Gary is out of the feature of the sprint race.
Hey, everybody's just risking it for the biscuit right now, aren't they? What is going on? Let's have the replay of what happened with Keegan all over again. With all that action, let's see from the chopper. Maybe from the blimp. Yeah, this was Keegan up the road.
Yeah, I saw 2 guys spin. I didn't quite get it, Biggles. You have to enlighten me there.
And Keegan's... They're behind him. Oh no, somebody spun up ahead of Keegan. And that's maybe caused Keegan to go off the track a little bit there. Did it because to avoid it, and there's everybody else going through, somehow not colliding into him. Wow. That was a lot of adventure, of course. Go back to the live.
Yep, so I'm on board now with Will Weisbrod again. as he does have a couple cars behind him. He does have Gary Colley, or Derek Stack and Keegan Scott right behind him. Obviously, Keegan was just involved in that incident, so he's in the top 5 because Gary Colley is in the pits. He is out of the race, unfortunately. He will not have enough time to tow back and get under green flag running again, so he will fall outside of the top 10, I do believe, which is a shame. He was running really well, and he needed the points in the championship too. He was the one that was the closest, and now with this, I do believe Tommy Lee Cogan, who, even though he's a lap down, might actually find a way to leapfrog him and take over second place in the drivers, but it almost seems like it's all for naught. Zane Aquino running away with this race and running away with the championship lead even more.
Yeah, once again, I'll show the championship standings currently at the moment before, obviously, this race, but Aiden, I'll show it up there. Should come up there in a second. There it is, yeah. So 374 points there. Derek Stack is going to finish maybe around P4 here, gaining 4 positions. Tommy Lee, not going to get too many points here this evening. He's all the way down the end, but that's only the first race, of course. And Keegan Scott can still get there. Him and Derek Stack are going to have a few little exchanges around to there. And Ethan and Will might get a whole ton of points as well, too. Will's currently running P7 in the championship after not being available for the last couple of races, of course.
Will is making a heroic return, as now we have, I believe, 2 laps to go in this race.
And Eric is putting a bit of pressure on the back there of, is that Josh? Yes, it is.
Josh Krauser?
Josh Krauser. Yeah, Josh Kimball.
Oh, it's Josh Kimball, Eric Mahoney. Yeah. So Eric, in the other craft dinner machine, he got taken out earlier in the race. So he's going to try and grab some spots back. This is the battle for P6. We got Josh Kimball, who is ahead of that craft dinner machine. And oh, he's not even afraid of the chicane anymore. He wants to go for it. Josh Kimball going to have to defend because it is Eric Mahoney down on the inside with a committed move, and he makes it stick. And that is 7th place for Eric Mahoney. That was a good move right there. And the 876 car gets a little bit loose coming over the crest as well, so that just solidifies the move.
Lap 10 done, but it's timed. So ignore the laps, guys. So I'm showing currently at the moment, what are we looking at? We're 13 minutes into this. And that's 15-minute sprint. If we have a look at the race information up there right now, there it is. Currently at the moment, 15-minute sprint race, 25-minute feature race. Your commentators this evening are Biggles and Secret. Ah, good. Oh, he's gone off the track. Mac and cheese of Eric, I believe. Yes, he has.
No. Oh, actually, never mind. We got a battle brewing right now, Biggles. On the last couple of laps, Will Weisbrod and Derek Stack are going very close to each other through the final turn. And down the main straight, Derek Stack's actually looking around. Oh, okay. He's thinking, pulls in the slipstream, pulls back to the outside, tries swinging around the outside of the Pink Panther. A little switchback move. No, not quite. Will Weisbrod going to have to defend for his life if he wants to get this podium in his first race back in a couple of weeks, since he ran off to the Indy 500 to race these cars but bigger. Can he get it done? I don't know how many laps are left, Biggles. You have to tell me. How much time is left right now?
How much time? Well, 14 minutes. Oh, they've collided. They're taking each other out completely.
They're both out.
Wow.
Will is stuck in the wall. He will not make it to the end of the race.
He's stuck. What has just gone on?
Derek's front wing is completely busted. He's dragging on the ground. He's got no front end grip. He's sliding all over the place. This has opened the door. If Keegan Scott can make a massive catch-up job.
He's spun too. Let's have a look at the blimp of that accident there from what happened there between the Pink Panther and Derek Scott. Pink Panther being Will. What happened here? Let's have a look. We're from the scenic helicopter cam. Has he just collided with the back of Will? Has he just trying to send one here? Race is finished now. Finishing. This is the last lap, but
done.
Yep. Oh no, Will's just lost it, and Derek's just gone straight into him.
Yeah, and so it is Aiden Aquino who takes the win in the sprint race. And it's an unfortunate end for Will, who was on track for a podium. Max Ducklow takes second place. Good job to him. Keegan Scott does come home in third place to take it. John Krauser will come home in fourth. Derek Stack is coming across the line right now, and he's just going to hold off for fifth place in front of, who is that? Oh, that was a laps car, my bad. Eric Mahoney is going to be next across the line. He's going to take home, I believe, a sixth place. And Will Weisbrod, who is third on the final lap, is going to drop all the way down to ninth.
You can get around here. Exactly. As they're still making their way around. It's a bit of a time gap, of course, there. Quite a bit of a time gap, but what a cracker of a race, mate. That's the first one. Unofficial results should be coming in.
I just got a team radio from Tommy Lee Cogan as well. Remember when I said his front wing broke?
Yes.
Apparently, his team didn't notice that his front wing broke either, so that's why he never came in. Exit, but the 46 parks it in the right place. Tommy's gonna have to try and swing it around the outside of turn 1 once again. There you go. Yeet! And he's gonna make it stick. He's on the curb almost, and now he's gonna have the outside to the inside to the outside of the inside again through the S's. Who's gonna yield? Neither of them are gonna yield. The 46 goes deep. He touches the 7. And they're all almost 3 wide going through the S's. The 7 under pressure from the 60. Will is getting by Tommy Lee Cogan through the S's. And now Will's going to set his sights to Max Van Gool, who goes a little bit wide over these curves. These battles are getting absolutely intense, Biggles. You ever talk so loudly for so long that your mouth starts salivating and you sound weird? Because that's what's happening to me right now. But who cares about me? Because Will Weisbrod is setting up his move on the number 46, who's doing a fantastic defensive job. But now the number 7 of Tommy Lee is gobbling up the Pink Panther. What's going to happen now?
It's bringing the Eric into play as well too, my friend. Joe, actually. Joe Eric just lurking in the background there. As Will's in the mix, just up the road, of course, from Will is Max. Will gonna maybe committing to ascend here. I'd say so. I'd say this is commit to ascend time.
He got the run on Tommy Lee. He got the run on Max. But Max is going to send it into the... Oh, he goes very deep, very wide, goes off the track. Will is going to go through easily, and so will Tommy Lee. And this battle, this heroic defense from Max Van Gool finally comes to an end. And he's also going to get passed for good measure by the Kraft Dinner teammates of Tommy Lee Cogan. He's getting passed by Eric Mahoney as well. 3 spots in 2 corners. You never like it, but you can leave with your head held high there, Max Van Gool, because that was an absolutely heroic defense from your red, white, and blue machine.
Yeah, I wonder what Layden's thinking up the road there going, is there, what I can hear all this action on the radio, but I'm so far down the road, you can see that white dot. He's only got Derek Stacker. You can see on the main straight, but this is where the action's here. 4, 5, 6, and maybe 7 will come into play as well too, for sure, because it ain't over yet, my friend.
Yeah, it's not over yet, because now we have Tommy Lee versus Will Weisbrod, 2 of the unluckiest drivers I believe ARC has ever seen, doing battle to try and get 4th place in the final 8-ish minutes of this feature race. He's definitely going to have slipstream going down this back stretch. It's so hard to break the toe, Biggles, since there's no DRS for the car ahead, obviously, or the car behind, but the slipstream is so powerful if you can just stick behind it. And Tommy Lee is taking full advantage of it, and he's going to try and stick it around the outside. He's made a move around the inside so many times, but this time he's going to get late on the brakes around the outside. He's going to have the better line through the final part of the chicane, but Will just says, no thank you, I'm going to do it myself, and Will swings him and makes it into P4.
Yeah, but Eric's going to sneak one up the inside there. He has, between the mac and cheese cars.
And Max Van Gool was actually the one who's...
Max Van Gool,
now he's going to try and swing it around the outside. Watch this. Watch this. And he's making it stick almost, as we have Eric Mahoney, who actually makes it work. So it looks like skirting your way through turn 1 is not the play, Biggles. It is not. You should not do that if you want to try and gain a position, although it is fun to watch.
Whatever works, mate. If cap car, I say. It's not always the best way to do it, but it is. It's also going to bring Joe. Joe's just lurking in the background. This fighting's helping Joe. But once again, Tommy wants a little piece of the Pink Panther. Can he get it?
Watch him swing. Actually, no, he takes a pitch. That's ball 1 right there, Biggles. Watch this. Oh, Will went a little bit defensive. Tommy's going to get a better exit, better line than him, but no, actually, because he went a little bit wide as well. And is Tommy too far back to get the slipstream or enough slipstream so that he can make a move on Will? It looks like he may have actually lost it. So now I'm going to put my attention towards Max Van Gool, who is trying to put a move on Eric Mahoney. This is the move for 7th place. Here comes Max. He's going to try and send one around the outside. The 43 is going to have to be careful because he's going to hit his teammate if he goes a little bit too deep. And he doesn't go too deep. He actually makes the move stick quite well. And even though the 46 starts setting up a switchback move, it's still going to be the 43 ahead of the 46 as we enter the final few laps now of this race here in Atlanta in the woods. There's walls, so you don't hit a tree if you go off. We've seen plenty of people go off so far this race, Biggles. We've seen people swing it. We've seen people just do absolutely everything. Like that right there, Max Van Gool going off the track. But he's going to be able to recover quite nicely as he gets... We're good.
It'll bring Joe. It'll bring Joe back into play, but yeah, he's on the runoff area. Joe just hit one of the witch's hats.
probably got a slowdown penalty there
Yeah.
because the game is so good. But so
Still,
that
Will
was a
and,
good
Will
thing
and Max
there.
still at it? Well, the other way around, of course. That's Tommy and Max. Tommy and Will. We get it right.
Yep, it's Tommy Lee Cogan and Will Weisbrot who are still battling over who gets P4, who gets to be the best of the non-podium finishers. Tommy Lee is the only one in the championship fight, though, so this one, if he wants any hope of catching Aiden, which with every lap that goes by, that hope is just dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. But for now, it would appear that this is the fight, and this is the fight that he needs to try and win. But is he close enough in the slipstream to try and stick and move? And you know what? He's not. It's not the time for a heroic move yet. Tommy Lee Cogan is just chilling behind the number 60, for now at least.
Yes, now it's all getting calm now, isn't it? Calm before the storm.
Calm,
20 minutes down, 5 minutes to go. Nothing, 1, 2, and 3 need to worry about. Aladen, Derek, and Max in a race of their own at the moment. Good job for Derek. Stacked 2 at the moment, gaining 3 positions. That'll help his championship hopes up. But this is everybody at the moment battling. 5 positions gained for Will. 6 gained for Tommy. And Eric starting in P6 where he started. So that's the battle.
Of course, the big losers, well, 7 spots lost for Keegan Scott, who started in 3rd after a great podium in the sprint race and has dropped all the way down to 11 after he had a bit of a heavy crash in the earlier portions of this race. It's so fun watching these guys.
Max has had a crash too somewhere, mate, but we might have to go back to that one because we'll see if Tommy's going to do anything in the braking points coming up soon.
Max has had a crash, yes, but they're not quite close enough to take advantage of it just yet.
Yeah, do you want to see that crash then? Let's go real quick there to have a look at the crash. What happened to Maxi? He's all alone. I think it's just a solo error. Unless somebody had spun off before. Where was that? Bit back further. Doesn't show. Oh, he has gone off into the grass. And that's where he lost that position. I think we saw that earlier, actually. Yeah, that's the Braun GP car behind him. But there's an overtake live. Oops, I might have missed it. Is it? Yep, on Will. Tommy and Will still.
Yeah, he's just defending, actually. It's Tommy Lee trying to go around the outside, but he can't get by Will. And this has invited the number 43 of Eric Mahoney right back into the battle once again. We've got approximately 3 laps to go, Minus? How many laps to go about?
Yeah, that's you maybe about 1 or 2. Look at that. Look at how Will went off the racing line. Just to kind of send that dummy. He's trying to do that Indy thing that Ericsson did in the final dying laps of the stage, trying to get everybody in the slipstream, trying to break it. That's what Will done. He knows how they do it at Indy. Will it work in the F4s?
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to quite work in the F4s all that much right now with his car's not on ground effect. But he's doing a good enough job to defend. Will Weisbrot, the defensive master here at Road Atlanta. Aiden might have conquered these roads, but it's Will who will give his life to defend them with everything he's got, and he's defending them from the craft dinner army of Will Weisbrot, or of Tommy Lee Cogan, my bad, and Eric Mahoney, as they're going to try and throw everything they can at the Pink Panther.
Yeah, but the Pink Panther wants to finish it at least somewhere up here, doesn't he? I mean, especially if Will just came in very last minute there for his qualifying session. Gained a lot of places in the first sprint race. Now for the feature race, he's doing a pretty good job. But he's got to obviously hold off Tommy. Sorry?
We do know this is nowhere from over 2 because remember, Will, he blew it on the last lap of the last race.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course.
I believe we have 2 laps to go right now in this feature race, the final part of this racing weekend here at Road Atlanta in the ARC F4 division here on iRacing. We got a whole bunch of sponsors, Biggles. Actually, we forgot to talk about our good friends at Grid Finder.
Yep, I'm on Grid Finder, so find me. Find drivers. Find producers. Find casters. Find anything you want, Grid Finder. And it's free. Sign up for it. Easy peasy. You can sign up as a I get a broadcaster profile, and I believe it or not, I have a driver profile. I don't know why I need to delete that, but you can have that.
Realistically, if you're starting a league, Grid Finder is all you need. You need
Absolutely.
drivers, bang, Grid Finder. You need commentators, Grid Finder. That's even better. Commentators are hard to come by. You know, unless Biggles, because we travel the world together. We're like a traveling circus, just trying to find new places to commentate in.
Yeah, if you book our flight and our hotel room, done. We'll be there.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't conflict with your golfing schedule, it'll be all good.
Well, see, actually, I accommodate my golfing schedule now in order to do these commentaries.
Aha! I like it. See?
Literally, I was
Serious.
supposed to go. I was supposed to go today, but I was like, no, I have to do F4 tonight. With
You gived up. They see that? See, Ark.
Yeah.
Arky, you're gonna be happy to have this man, and look at this battle. See all the craft cars. I wonder if they're obviously excited to have you up in the casting box, my friend, because they're certainly putting on a show today. Not just them, but all these other gladiators out in the field.
It's the final lap of the Grand Prix, by the way. So when these guys cross the line, there is 1 lap to go before the checkered flag will fall on this race. So Will Weisbrod has only have to hold on for one more lap once again. But this is right around where he lost it last time. White flag is out here in Road Atlanta, and Will's going all kinds of defensive against Tommy Lee Kogan. Tommy Lee is going to try and look around the outside, and he's going to actually get a decent amount of space there. He's sticking his front wing to the inside, so Will won't get the perfect racing line, and Tommy Lee is giving it his best shot, but he just can't quite get it yet. Will keeps the inside line, keeps the racing line, squeezes out Tommy just enough, and he's going to have to follow him through the rest of the S's. There's nowhere you can really get by without it being, well, just dangerous. So Will actually gets the better run of the two drivers out of the S's now, and they're going to go down towards this turn, which is actually a whole lot of fun, into a hairpin, which sets up the last back straight, which is the last good overtaking opportunity on the whole track, Biggles. Meanwhile, Aiden Aquino is coming through the final corner, and I believe he wins the race. Yes, he does. Aiden Aquino takes the checkered flag. That's yet another win.
Good job, Aiden. Yep.
Meanwhile, Will Weisbrod on this straight, weaving all over the place. This is going to look like an absolute circus coming to the line. It's Tommy Lee Kogan. He is close enough to put a move on Will. The last overtaking opportunity of the track. Will, he's going to try and put it on the inside. Tommy Lee is going to hold it around the outside. It turns to the inside for the chicane. Who's going to get it? Will Weisbrod is going to hold on after a race-long battle with that Kraft Inter car. He claims 4th place. After coming back after 2 weeks of not being here, Tommy Lee falls just short and finishes 5th. His teammate Eric Mahoney finishes in 6th. GG boys, what a battle. 3 cars separated by 7 tenths of a second. I'm bad at math. That was way too exciting, Beagles. Oh, I can't talk.
Absolutely, of course. What a race.
I was screaming. I'm going to have no voice tomorrow. I rolled my R so well at the top of this broadcast.
What are you talking about?
Baby son.
Aladen had done it, my friend. Aladen? Aiden? Aladen? I think he'd get it right after 10 races. We haven't actually casted 10, of course, but it is 10 races done and absolutely dusted. And there is our feature results that should come up in a second for us, guys, and I'll show you those. There they are. There are your feature racing results, mate, my friend, if you'd like to go through those for us, please.
So the final results of this race are as follows. Aiden Aquino takes the win in both races. He doesn't quite get the Grand Slam because he didn't qualify on pole, but that is a fantastic weekend for Aiden Aquino. Maximum points from finishing the races. Derek Stack finishes in 2nd place in the future race, 9 seconds back of Aiden. Max Ducklow finishes the podium. Good job from the Wisconsin Badger. Then we had the battle. Will, Tommy, Eric, in order. What a battle. 4th, 5th, 6th for those boys right there. Joe Christopoulos finishes in 7th in kind of no man's land. Gary Colley was in 8th in the Red Bull car. Max Van Gool, who was at the front for the majority of stuff, but had a couple incidents here and there, ended up finishing 9th. John Krauser, Keegan Scott, Josh Kimball did not make it to the flag in the last race. And Biggles, that's the end of more races. Now we got to go do interviews with these heroes.
We do, absolutely. So I think we might go to a little bit of a pause screen now. I'm not quite sure if we had those issues once again, my friend. All over the place because the stream wasn't looking good. But I did slap the record button again. So hoping that all that would be sorted out. Maybe. We'll see.
True.
But anyway, a little bit of a pause. We've got interviews real quick there. So don't go anywhere.
And we're back here. We're in the cool down room here in the F4 division cooldown rule. I said that twice. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. Gary is laughing at me because I don't know how to speak English anymore. I'm in here with Biggles, and first, I think it's easiest. We're gonna interview the man who won both races, took maximum points from each of them. Aiden, what a weekend from you! You've taken an absolute stranglehold on this championship. You have the chance to wrap it up outright, basically just by showing up next week. What are your thoughts? Was this exactly what you wanted? Aiden?
I guess, Aiden, I guess
Aiden?
that was his
Aiden?
dog eating his microphone or something.
His dog, dude.
Ah.
What the dog doing, Aiden?
Yeah. Aiden, hey, microphone problems? He's in the cooldown room, of course.
I heard him whacking something, and then he just kind of cut off. I was like, come on.
You might have to come
Yeah,
back.
sorry,
Oh, here he is.
Oh,
Here he
there
is.
he is.
I gotta
There
do
he is.
this real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't like the setup that much, but I didn't have any like competition really, so I just was able to set some clean laps by myself, and then yeah,
Bro.
just like chill.
Roasting. Fully roasting. Zero competition.
Well, yeah, sorry, I gotta go now. Sorry.
All right. Thank you very much, Aiden. Congratulations.
Alright.
Thank you.
We'll do some
That's how you
number
know you're
crunching
not-
secret. Yeah, we'll try to figure
That's
that
how you
one
know
out.
you're a Chad driver. Shows up, says there's no competition, leaves. Just casually. Meanwhile, we're going to talk to someone who hopefully has a bit more insight on that. Gary Colley, you had a very unfortunate weekend. You were running up at the front for most of it. Couldn't quite get the results when it mattered. What were your thoughts? Just general unlucky?
Just
or-
bummer first race. I mean, I finally found some pace with the car. Felt good with it around here. And first race, just a mistake on my end. Caught in the dirty air behind Will there. A little too jumpy on the throttle coming out of the S's on that one. Second one, so I got a bad start then for the feature race after that. Working my way through the field and just got caught up through the chicane, got rear-ended on it. Just I got a little loose. Guy behind me didn't let up, and all good. Come back next week, do it again.
That's what we always do. Only 2 rounds left in the season. Do you have any goals you're trying to set yourself for these last 2 races, or are you just going to go up with the same thing?
We were so close to the podium today, looking for that first one of the year. We feel better with the car. Finally starting to get my hands around it, and I think that's the goal. Finish out the season.
Well, thank you for the race, obviously, Gary. We continue to compliment your nice-looking livery out there on track, and you're a nice-looking man, if I'm being honest.
I appreciate it.
I
Oh.
got you.
Brownie points all around. Okay.
Anytime, boys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Can't see it. We go on now to our next hero of the day, Will. First off, Will, welcome back. Here you had a fun time visiting Indy over the weekend.
Visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, visiting. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, what do you mean
Thank
weekend?
you.
He's been there for the whole month. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying thank you. It's good to be back, boys. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Well, since you're not here
Did you get back home for your rig? I thought you'd be straight on to Detroit or something, but you actually managed to get home.
I got today and tomorrow off. Hung out with my dog who just got out of the hospital from spinal surgery last night in
Oh.
Indy, and then drove back this morning. I had to be here for this tonight. I ended up having one too many at dinner and woke up late and missed qualifying. So starting in the back was interesting. It was fun. Gave me some opportunities to pass, but I'm just glad I made it.
Yeah,
Well-
you did. I thought you did a lap or so in qualifying, but yeah, you did a fantastic run, actually, the first one. You got tagged from the back, I believe, in the sprint race.
Correct.
Just a little unlucky in that one.
Yeah, I got tagged from the back in the sprint race and then going up to the top of the hill just before going down into the S's in the feature. Yeah, I got hit again. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Now, you know what happened to him in qualifying? We were on board with him in cockpit cam doing an onboard lap of Road Atlanta, and then all of a sudden the qualifying session ended. So he didn't get a lap, and I didn't get to commentate a lap either.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's all good. I didn't have the pace tonight anyways. I couldn't knock it down to the 21s. So I only got about 30 minutes of practice in earlier today, right when I got back, and just kind of took the day to chill. So it was a long, grueling month. We had a solid month at Indianapolis, though. So
Yeah, 6 and 8, right? If I'm not mistaken, for your team.
7th and 8th.
7th and
We
8th?
fell back
Wow.
from 6th to 8th at the last restart, which kind of sucked. But hey, if it was anywhere besides Indy, we'd be pretty happy with ourselves. So I think we got good momentum going into Detroit. In real life, I don't know where the race for this league is next week. Honestly, my brain's mush, but I'll be here for that. So
Oh, you will?
also looking forward to
Wow.
that. Yeah.
That's excellent,
mean,
then.
I mean, Will, to be fair, you say you'd be happy with that anywhere but Indy, but at the same time, you got 2 top 10s at Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last year they won in Indy too, remember, as well, too. So
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's some high expectations, but I don't know. I got to shift the focus on my days off to iRacing right now, and see what we can pull off. Get back into the groove a little bit. It's rough, man, being out of the sim for a couple weeks and then hopping back in and trying to be a dart. It's just doesn't work that way.
You were
Well,
pretty much in most of the highlight reels, I'd say, at the moment. If we did capture some, I apologise. We have a bit of a broadcast issues and stuff, so we'll try to get as much as we possibly have caught and recorded up later in the channel for everybody to watch. But the Pink Panther was certainly in the wars, my friend, a lot during both of the race events.
Well, copy. I'll have to look back at that and see what you guys' point of view was on that, but it was definitely entertaining and a lot of Code Brown moments. Got to defend quite a bit, so appreciate you guys for doing this.
Code Brown.
I called it Code Brown. I said it on the broadcast. He crapped himself watching someone go side by side. I called it.
I definitely did. So thank you, boys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated. And Keegan, of course. Yeah, go ahead. You said that.
Keegan, Keegan, he was a very violent mixture of both locked in and getting very unlucky. Keegan, you had some of the best battles of the day and also some of the most spectacular incidents. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Polarizing could be the definition of my day. Honestly, it was like, so the heat race or the sprint race was pretty good. I think it's pretty solid. I had a bit of a spin issue, but I kind of got lucky where Derek and Will kind of crashed out in the latter part of the heat. Feature, I went off track on lap 2. Came back on track trying to avoid everybody. A couple people had to swerve to avoid, I guess, but I was trying to stay on the outside. But then netcode happened. So the contact between me and I think it was John Krauser, was like 2 feet of netcode.
Jeez.
And that's so on my screen it sent him flying, but
True, it did.
But also on my screen it completely killed my back left corner. So I mean, when you get netcoded that bad, that's just iRacing telling you that today isn't your day, and today definitely wasn't my day. Had I managed to stick around for the feature, I think I could have made a run at a win.
Yeah, you did a good job in the races, and obviously, you being the league admin, we give you maybe a little bit more shtick than you deserve sometimes, but you did run pretty good for the circumstances you were given, and in the end, it's still some points, so you can be happy with that.
As happy as I can be, at least.
Sure. Thanks, obviously, for being a good sport as always, Keegan. And well, that's all the drivers we have to interview, I believe. So, Bagels, I guess I'll hand it off to you.
Of course, the sponsors and stuff like that. But once again, this is pre-recorded and not live. So thank you guys if you do come back and happen to listen to this one later on for the drivers. And then perhaps we'll have driving interviews and all that sort of jazz. But yes, we are going to be heading over to, we're going to head over to Long Beach. Red Bull. Spielberg. Jeez, I've been at Spielberg a couple of times this week, so I'm going to head back over to Austria. For the next, for the penultimate round. And then we go to Long Beach. So that's going to be interesting.
Das Österreich.
In addition, I have an announcement real quick before we get done. ARC, this is going up in the iRacing announcements here momentarily, but the Apollo Racing Club, for anybody watching this, is having a Week 13 iRacing celebration, a full week of iRacing content right here on twitch.tv/Apollo Racing Club and the brand new twitch.tv/Apollo Racing Club 2, as well as the matching YouTube channels. Brought to you primarily by our good friend Dean Biggles here. Thank you very much, Biggles, for being available for the majority of those streams. But it's going to be a solid week of iRacing for that Week 13 celebration. Check out the ARC Discord if you are looking for more information, as that announcement will be going up in iRacing announcements here in just a few minutes.
El Perfecto.
Yep,
Mucho gracias. Thank you very much. Whatever language is that. Secret. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much for giving up your golf game to come and hang out with us. And Will, obviously, thank you for giving up your sleeping time to come and race. And Keegan, thank you for giving up all the other time you don't even have to come and sort all it out. So thank you very much. That's it from us. Good night. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.